Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kellyanne from Divine Messages and the High Priestess Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be a collective reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Gemini. I'll be taking a look at your recent past as well as your present and near future energies for you. I'll also be looking at any obstacles or challenges that you're currently working through. I'll be asking Spirit for advice or messages also to help you along on your soul's journey, okay? Gemini, I've already pre-shuffled with your energy so that we can get started. Remember that if this reading does not resonate with you for some reason, please be sure to take a look at your moon, which is your emotions, your Venus, which is how you appear in your relationships, and your rising sign, which is how you present yourself to others, okay? Also, viewers, if you're interested in a more personal, in-depth love reading, the information is in the description box on my channel, and prices start at $25 and go up to $150. You can email me for more information there, and I'll explain everything to you. So also, just for a side note, if any of you Gemini members have your moon in Cancer, today is a first quarter moon where, with the first quarter moon, the energy is that your commitment is being tested right now. I'm kind of relaying that information as I go to some of my readers because I'm noticing a lot of wonky emotional energy. Sometimes when the moon is in Cancer, and our moon signs fluctuate about every 2 days or so, they move into different signs. But when the moon is in Cancer, we tend to kind of focus on, our home, our family, like cooking, kind of futzing around the house a little bit, and that's where your feeling of safety is really coming from, is by being a homebody right now. But generally when the moon is in Cancer, there's a lot of emotional fluctuations. So, I was kind of getting that sense today, all day today, from different interactions that I was having when I looked online to see where the moon actually was. It was in Cancer. So, try to kind of keep your distance if you're feeling a little kind of topsy-turvy in terms of your emotions today. Okay, Gemini? Okay, anyway, that being said, let's get started, okay? Holy Spirit, guardian angels, my ancestors, and my loved ones that have crossed, thank you for your blessings and protection, and thank you for this gift of divination. As I attempt to clarify and interpret these messages and advice that you channel through me tonight, Spirit, I ask that you please be as clear as possible so that I may interpret your messages correctly and provide adequate guidance to my seekers. Okay, Gemini, what we're going to do is first take a look at any current obstacles or challenges that you're facing, followed by your recent past energy. I'm going to be clarifying those cards for you to give you more information, and then we'll move on to your current energy as well as your near future energy for you. And I'll be ending with hopefully some advice or messages from Spirit to help you along, okay? Too many cards, Spirit. Okay, so let's focus on your your current obstacles or challenges, please. Spirit, the current obstacles or challenges for my Gemini viewers. What's going on right now? Okay, one's coming out. I have the 8 of Cups. So currently right now, Gemini, you may either have recently walked away from a situation or a person in a relationship, or you're considering doing so, okay? The 8 of Cups, when it's in reverse, has to kind of do with, like, do I stay or do I go? Should I stay or should I go now, right? Like the line from the song. It's kind of like you may have walked away, but now you're reconsidering, or you are really strongly thinking about leaving the past behind you and moving off in a new direction. But then part of you is kind of like on the fence about it. All right. So we're going to be pulling some cards for that to give you some more information in a minute. Okay. So let's move to your recent past energy and see if we can tie this into your current challenge. Okay. All right. So we have 2 cards here. We have the 7 of Wands and we have the 5 of Cups. I have some more information about recent past energy for Gemini, please. There's a lot of cards wanting to come out tonight. As much as I'd love to include them all, I don't have time to do that. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. We have also the Two of Swords, and we have the Tower. What was I just saying? Okay. So, Gemini, what I'm strongly getting here is that in the recent past, there was some kind of unexpected, very tumultuous ending to something. Okay. This may have been a situation, Gemini, that you were having a very, very hard time kind of making a choice about or deciding something, right? The Two of Swords has to do with someone needing to make a very difficult decision. And the reason that it's so difficult is because it has to be like a very logical decision, a head over heart decision where you can't really bring your emotions into the situation. You're just trying to make a choice logically based on the facts, based on what's going on. Okay. Now, I also am picking up your energy here with this Eight of Swords that you may have felt in the past stuck or bound in this relationship, whatever it was, this situation with this person. And your energy in the recent past was very self-defeating and very self-limiting. Perhaps you felt like you were in this relationship because you couldn't do any better. Perhaps you felt like you were in this relationship because you felt guilty about something. But whatever it was, this was really you having this perception of being stuck there, when in reality, you had the ability to walk away at any time, right? Because really, our choices in life are what define us, right? It's what make or break a good life, really, most of the time. And by having this mindset, and being self-limiting and self-defeating, a lot of times we remain stuck in situations that really don't serve us well. Okay. Now, you also have this Five of Cups energy, Gemini, which is indicating to me that something that was lost in the past left you with this terrible sense of sadness, this terrible sense of regret and remorse, something that you may have lost. Now, this could be a physical loss of someone, but it could also be the loss of a partner. It could be the loss of a relationship, a loss of something that you held dear. And I'm showing here that in the recent past, you really were trying to move away from that sadness. You wanted to kind of put that sadness behind you and move forward, right? Which could be why you were possibly thinking about returning to this person. Maybe like something happened and you left, and then you're kind of thinking about coming back. Now, you do have the Seven of Wands here in reverse, and this is somebody who's really kind of just tired of kind of having to defend themselves all the time. This is like somebody who's feeling like they're constantly picked on. Maybe they're constantly, being forced to defend their position or their opinions or their feelings about something. And they just got sick of it. It's like, this is how I feel. You're not hearing me. And I'm tired of like having to do this. I'm tired. How many times are we going to go over this? It's that kind of energy, right? Now, with this Tower here, towers are kind of destruction for the sake of creation, right? It's like when something is just not working, it has to end. It has to fall apart, either to, have a new slate, wipe the slate clean, so to speak, and have a new beginning, or to just let things be done so that you can go off in a different direction. But with this Eight of Cups here, I'm not getting the sense that you're definitely done. Like, I'm getting the sense like you're on the fence about whether or not you want to stay done or if you want to return. So let's get some information about this, Gemini, okay? So let's get some more information about this Eight of Cups in reverse, please, Spirit, okay? The Eight of Cups in reverse. Why is the Eight of Cups here in reverse? Why is the Eight of Cups here in reverse, please? Okay, you have the Knight of Cups. So that clarifies a lot for me as a reader. The Knight of Cups is an energy of someone who can be very inconsistent and very unreliable in the way that they give and receive love. Okay? This is somebody, when this card's in the upright, this is somebody who is like almost like in love with the idea of being in love, right? It's like somebody who is like feeling enamored. You know, there's flowers and chocolate and wine and walks on the beach and all of that stuff, and they're feeling very romantic. But when it's in the reverse, it's like this person can really pull that energy away very quickly, you know. And sometimes this person that behaves this way is truly believes that they're like falling in love or they're in love, but then, you know, they can easily turn around and go in the opposite direction and kind of make you feel like, whoa, what just happened, right? It's like it makes your head spin and it leaves the other person very confused. Okay. Now with the Knight of Cups, this could also be somebody who wants to express these feelings of love, but they just really don't know how, or they just don't really feel comfortable following through when they actually start to fall with somebody. Like they fall for someone and then they get nervous and they pull back their energy. Okay, so this could definitely be contributing to why this is posing as your current obstacle right now, Gemini, with you kind of being back on the fence about staying, you know, kind of gone or, you know, returning. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this Five of Cups in reverse. Why is the Five of Cups in reverse here for Gemini? Why is the Five of Cups here in reverse for Gemini? Tell me about the Five of Cups, Spirit, please. Let me know when you're ready. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So, wow. So I have the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is major for Pisces. In the recent past, Gemini, you strongly had to rely on your intuition or following your heart or following your gut in order to make a decision about something. Okay. And the problem here was that with this Two of Swords, you were not able to use your emotional side to kind of guide you. All right. You knew that you had to be logical about whether or not you were going to leave this relationship. Okay. Whether or not you were going to kind of stay. Okay. So it's like on one side, you know, you were trying to go within and kind of, you know, use your heart to kind of like make a choice here. But then at the same time, you were like, you know, going off in two different directions. It's like, do I follow my heart or, you know, do I follow my head? My head's telling me one thing, my heart is telling me another. And that's the worst kind of position to be in my opinion, when those two things just don't align, right? So what about this Tower? The Tower is major for Scorpio. It doesn't have to be a Scorpio, doesn't have to be a Pisces with the High Priestess. It's just the energies of the cards. I always like to throw out the astrological signs that the cards are related to because sometimes it helps people resonate with the reading, you know, having the reading resonate with them. But it doesn't have to be. The Tower is about, like I said, it's destruction for the sake of creation. It's something that wasn't working, crumbling down to kind of wipe the slate clean, to start over. Right? And sometimes that has to happen. When things are not for us, there's nothing that we can do. No matter how hard we try, if it's not meant for you, it's not going to work. All right, we have the Justice card, major for Libra. There's that air energy, Gemini. It's showing me that whatever wrongs that were done in the past were set right. Okay? Or when this Tower moment happened, possibly you ended it and walked away. You felt like you got your justice, right? Maybe you felt like, you know what, whatever was done to me, I feel like by me walking away, it's kind of like karma, fate, right? Like you get what you give kind of thing. So maybe you felt like you definitely leveled the playing field a little bit. Okay, so let's get one more for this Tower card. What happened? Thank you. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is an earth energy. It could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, doesn't have to be. This is typically somebody who, it's a mature feminine energy. This is somebody who, let me move these down because I know you can't even see what I'm talking about here. Sorry. Let me move these over here. I'm going to kind of smush them a little bit. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is generally a very nurturing energy. This is kind of like more of like a homebody personality or a homemaker. You know, this is earth energy here. So this is somebody who takes care of the home. She takes care of the kids. She makes sure everybody's okay. She takes care of the pets. She waters all the plants. You know, she's one of those nurturing people that just like make sure everything's okay. She's a planner. She's very practical. She's very responsible and reliable, right? So this Tower moment may have affected this Queen of Pentacles energy in a certain way, right? Or possibly you're involved with someone who represents the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And this Queen of Pentacles is possibly the one that feels like she got justice. This nurturing, kind of responsible, practical person got justice when this Tower moment happened. Give me more for the Queen of Pentacles, please. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is kind of like a little bit of a narcissistic energy. This is an energy of somebody who is trying to manipulate a situation or trying to manipulate you. It's somebody who's trying to always have the upper hand in an argument, somebody who's always trying to like feel like they have more than you, or somebody who's feeling like they're walking away with more than you do, than you have. It's kind of like this energy of somebody, there's definitely like a combatant energy about this where you know, there's some like arguing but there's definitely a sense of like this person not really caring how the other person really feels, because it's all about them. It's all about what they want. Okay. So possibly this Tower moment could have had to do with the energy of these two people just not gelling, right? This Five of Swords person with this Earth energy person. It could have to do with a Pisces with this High Priestess person. Doesn't have to be, but whatever it is, something definitely was not gelling him, and something was causing one of you to feel like you were just sick of defending yourself all the time. You're sick of defending your position. You felt like your opinions weren't being heard, your feelings weren't being recognized, and you were just tired, right? All right, so let's move on to your current energy, Gemini, and see what's going on. Okay, so I have the King of Wands. This is fire energy. This could be Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. This is a mature masculine energy. Typically someone who goes after what they want, very driven, very passionate, very secure, usually has good self-esteem. They can be very charming. We also have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, another seven. This is somebody that can be a little bit impulsive, somebody who maybe is kind of like in a rush. They're not like kind of investing for the long haul. They're kind of like, this is not a long-term investment energy. This is somebody who's a little bit impatient and maybe did not plan well for the future, or possibly is having a hard time doing so. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. The nines are a sense of self, right? It's like you feeling like financially you can stand on your own. Like you're good. I got this. It's like I can pay my bills. I can pay my rent. Financially, I'm in a place of independence. I can stand alone. I don't need to, wait for you, or I don't need you to take care of me. So let's see what else we get for this. Okay, I have two coming out. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a turn of good luck, major for Libra. And then, no, I'm sorry, it's major. It's a major for Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, and I'm sorry, Leo and Taurus. So this is a definite sign that things are improving. Okay, this is like a turn of events or good luck kind of coming into play here, right? We know that the wheel is always moving. right? Things are never like the same. Like life is like a liquid document. It's kind of always being changed and edited, right? Now you do have the star card, major for Aquarius, right? This is you like channeling like your hopes and dreams. You're like kind of like looking at things like, oh, I'll finally be able to do this, or now I'd like to do that, and I've always wanted this. This could also be like you kind of being in a state of healing. It's like a restorative energy where possibly like, I'm picturing someone late at night, like standing in their backyard and kind of looking up at the sky, right? Looking at the stars and kind of being like, what's in my heart and you know what I want. Can you please just, throw me a bone here? Can you please just, help me out and help me make good choices to arrive at where I want to be, where I feel like, my highest potential is. Each of us has our own hopes and dreams and things that we know will make us feel our best selves. And, that's kind of like where you're kind of feeling. So let's kind of get some clarification for this Seven of Pentacles and see what's going on. Because this is showing kind of like a rushed energy. You have the King of Pentacles here, and you also have the Four of Cups here. Very interesting. So what I'm strongly getting here, Gemini, is with these two kings, this might be two different people here. This could be two different energies. One kind of is very like passionate, a fiery energy, and the other is kind of more of like an earth energy, right? You do have this, the Queen of Pentacles here, so it's like a divine pair, right? So you may be having a choice between two people because you did have this Two of Swords here. Or this could be the same person, with just, characteristics of both, or having, these signs in their charts, earth energy and possibly fire energy, right? But with this King of Pentacles and this Four of Cups, I'm strongly getting that for whatever reason, and you have the cups up here too with the Eight of Cups. I'm strongly getting this sense that you may have developed this kind of sense of almost like boredom or disinterest in your relationship. And although somebody keeps trying to like offer solutions or, say, hey, why don't we try this or whatever it is, you're just kind of like, you know what? I just need a hot minute. I just want to like kind of hang out by myself a little bit to kind of try to sort things out, right? So this may be this King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles is a mature, masculine energy, also just like the Queen of Pentacles, earth energy, very nurturing, very, giving. The King of Pentacles could be like a successful entrepreneur or a business owner, somebody that owns their own company, right? Somebody that has planned well for the future, usually financially, they're doing well, and they're the ones that kind of make sure everybody's secure, like moving forward for the future, financially stable. Now, but then you also have this King of Wands energy here, which is like the one that I'm strongly getting maybe was not a planner and maybe was not making good investments for the future and trying to like rush, kind of, trying to get the harvest before it's ready, right? Like you planted all your seeds and now you're like rushing to like, have a harvest, but it's like, it's not ready. So, that may be why you may be feeling like, you know what, I don't need your finances to stand alone on my own. I might be, financially secure right now. And like I said, you have this stroke of luck, which may have led to your hopes and dreams kind of panning out for you, which would be amazing, right? Because there is this disinterest here and this need for you to kind of go it alone here with this Four of Cups energy. Okay, let me just pull one more for this Wheel of Fortune. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune for Gemini. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune for Gemini. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune for Gemini. Okay. And we also have the Sun, which means joy and happiness, right? Major for Leo. So the Sun can also represent something that may have been, kind of you leaving you feeling like it was in the dark. You were in the dark. It's like something coming to light, right? Something being illuminated, a situation being illuminated. And with this star card and this Wheel of Fortune, I'm strongly getting, Gemini, that it's all good on your end. Like you're feeling good. You're feeling financially independent. You're feeling like you're having a stroke of good luck. You feel like your hopes and dreams are coming true. And ultimately, you're feeling very pleased and happy with whatever is going on. Now, it is possible that this Tower ending that kind of came about, which you may have chosen, is, what caused you to kind of go off on your own, and now you're doing well, or you're feeling like the potential's there for your happiness and for your hopes and dreams to kind of pan out. Let's move on to your near future energy. I have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This could be like you feeling like possibly your partner is just not 50-50 with you for whatever reason. This could be financially or just in your relationship. You feel like somebody's doing more giving and somebody's doing more taking. You feel like there's a lack of reciprocity there. You feel like maybe possibly there's a little bit of breadcrumbing, like they're not invested fully in this. And you do have this World in reverse, though, which is, it's like the last card of the tarot. It has to do with closure. It has to do with completion of something, like of a cycle of you mastering a life lesson so that you can move on and be happy. But when this World card is in reverse, it's kind of showing that that cycle has not been closed out. So Gemini, I'm not quite convinced that this thing between you two is over. All right. And this is in your future energy because you're having this World card in reverse, right? Now, again, you have the Queen of Pentacles, but this time she's in reverse. So there's that Earth energy person again. Now, I know that Geminis are an air sign, so don't get confused when I keep saying the energies. We all have different signs in our charts. And, this could be somebody who tends to be more of like a homebody and a nurturing kind of Earth energy type of person. So with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this mature feminine energy is not feeling her best, meaning that all of the qualities that she embodies when the card is in the upright, she's kind of feeling wonky. She's not feeling very warm and fuzzy. She's not feeling like she wants to take care of everybody. She's not feeling maybe that she wants to give that nurturing energy to you right now because maybe she's upset that she feels in the near future that the other person is not participating or not being an equal 50-50 partner in this relationship. Let me find out one more card here and then we're going to clarify, okay? Thank you. So we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is some kind of communication or some kind of message or even some kind of conversation that you may be having with your partner or with someone about some kind of news that may be coming in for you or some kind of communication about a certain situation. But because this card is in the reverse, this communication may be stalled or it may even be like miscommunication, right? It may be like you're receiving the wrong information here. Let's clarify this World card in reverse. Let's clarify this World card in reverse. Let's clarify this World card in reverse. What's going on with the World card for Gemini? Let's clarify this World card in reverse. Why is the World card here in reverse, Spirit? Why is the World card here in reverse, Spirit, please? Okay. I'm getting the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is like, it's kind of like an immature energy. And by immature, I don't necessarily mean emotionally immature, but it can be. It's just like a young energy, right? It's typically like more representative of like a younger person, possibly even a child. The Page of Pentacles is like an offer. It's like an offer being presented to you, or like an invitation or a message about like a new opportunity. And this opportunity could involve your finances. It could maybe involve some kind of job opportunity. It could represent, some kind of financial opportunity, or just really an overall new beginning with something that could be very appealing, right? But because it's in the reverse, it's like this, it kind of just stayed in that like idea phase. Like nothing was really happening here with it. And that possibly could have lent itself to you feeling like this person was not an equal partner, because possibly like you presented an idea to them, or maybe you discussed an idea moving forward about how to maybe improve your finances, or to go after some kind of opportunity that would be more financially stable for the two of you, and this person didn't pursue that. So like you kind of felt like maybe they were not like contributing equally to the home, or to the finances in the home, and that maybe made you feel like a little bit upset, right? Because sometimes the Queen of Pentacles energy, when it's in reverse, it's like she can be a little bit miserly almost, and almost like very materialistic, but sometimes it comes out of fear, because she's like afraid like you won't have enough, or she's afraid of letting go of her money, and this is something that, it's looking like whatever that aspect of your relationship is, Gemini, it's looking like that cycle is not ready to be closed out yet. Right? There's still like work to be done there to kind of sort through that. Let's kind of clarify this Eight of Wands energy. What is this Eight of Wands energy in reverse? Sometimes the Eight of Wands energy can represent long distance communication also, but it doesn't have to. Now, usually Eight of Wands energy, it's energy that's kind of coming in very quickly, but because it's flipped, it's like stalled energy, or like kind of like hanging around kind of energy, Now you do have this King of Cups here in reverse, right? So here's another mature masculine energy here. The King of Cups in reverse is someone who's having a really hard time kind of navigating their emotions right now. And again, this is in the near future. So in the near future, this person is going to be having difficulty. They may be having difficulty processing their emotions, or regulating their emotions, because maybe they don't really know what it is they actually feel, or maybe there's a lot of like dysregulation, like a lot of highs and lows. This could possibly even be a little bit of like depression on their part, and possibly this person could be like in therapy, or speaking to someone about how they're feeling, or confiding in a good friend or someone that they trust about, the situation. So whatever the situation is that may have to do with money, because there are a lot of pentacles here, I'm showing that this situation is not finished, and there's a lot of like disharmonious energy, right? The Queen of Pentacles is not feeling her best about her finances. The King of Cups is not feeling his best about the emotions here. But currently, though, you are looking like you're feeling great. So whatever the situation is that maybe is not over, you might have to rethink this, because I know that your current challenge in the beginning was whether or not you wanted to come back to it. And remember that we all have free will, right? And our will determines how our life is going to pan out for us. And sometimes we have to pay attention to red flags. Sometimes we have to, make logical decisions and leave our emotions out of it. Okay? So let's really get some advice from Spirit moving forward. So Spirit, can I have some advice, please, for Gemini about this situation? Thank you. We have the Page of Cups here. The Page of Cups is, for me as a reader, it's like a very immature emotional energy. It's kind of like somebody, who likes you, somebody who is like, very flirtatious and cutesy, but they don't really know how to bring it. They don't know how to move to the next level. They don't know how to kind of maturely, go beyond this kind of initial phase of like flirtation and being enamored with somebody. It's like they don't know how to progress to a mature energy in love. Okay. Especially when it's in the reverse. It's kind of like a very immature kind of setup here. All right, you also have this Judgment card, which is major for Libra, air energy. Now, with this Judgment card, Gemini, this is you being called to do something. And what you're being called to do is to make a decision, a very momentous, a very big decision. This is a big shift card here for you, okay? This decision may have a profound impact on your future moving forward, okay? Now, with the Judgment card, it's kind of a card of redemption, right? You're being asked to forgive yourself for your past transgressions, as well as, the same for, others, right? It's a forgiveness card. It's also letting go of trying to control something that is out of your control, and like realizing that the divine at times knows what's best for you, and to allow that process to kind of happen, right? The Judgment card is also, it's not necessarily about judging, but it's about making a judgment call that best suits you, okay? Being wise about something, right? It's like a very mature, kind of mindful decision that you're being called to make here, okay? Let me get one more, Spirit, okay? Because we're in your advice piece here, right? So, I'm strongly getting that, there's this immature energy in love, right? You're being asked to make a judgment call that can profoundly impact your life. And really right now it looks like you're doing quite well, Gemini. It's looking to me like, the wheel is turning in your favor. You had your Star card here. You have the Sun card here. You have the Nine of Pentacles here, showing financial independence. All right, you have the Empress card coming up, major for Taurus. You have the Four of Pentacles, and you have that Eight of Pentacles, kind of, coming in again. So what I'm strongly getting, you have this whole thing is like pentacles everywhere. Like I'm getting just like a lot of financial stuff here. The Empress is like the divine mother of this tarot deck, She like embodies all of the energies of the four queens, all of the elements, the water, the fire, the air, and the earth, right? She's the one that kind of like nurtures things and brings things into fruition. She's the one who makes things happen. She's the one who sets balance to everything, kind of makes sure that, there's a flow, an earthly energy about it. And, paired up with this Four of Pentacles card, it's like these cards are almost like in contradiction to one another, because the Four of Pentacles in reverse really has to do with you coming to the realization that all of those things that you thought meant so much to you in terms of like materialistic things, right? And, shiny, pretty things, kind of keeping up with the Joneses, let's say, you're starting to realize like all of that stuff is fine and dandy, but it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't necessarily bring you any happiness at all. Right? Being with the right person makes you happy. Being in love makes you happy. But being consumed with financial issues and inequality with money does not make you happy. Okay? So you're starting to realize that letting go of those ideas or those mindsets or even those objects that you once held dear, and finding that you no longer need those things, will put you in a whole different mindset, okay? And will allow you to kind of embody this Empress energy of being able to be in this earthly, peaceful place where there's balance and there's, harmony, okay? Now, you have this Eight of Pentacles, which basically to me as a reader, when I see this card, it's like just something was not working. It was just like not working out. Right? There's even sometimes a sense of laziness about that card, because in the upright, it's somebody who's, working hard, focusing on the details. But when it's in reverse, it kind of just speaks to somebody who's really just not holding their own in terms of like what they're contributing in a relationship. Okay. So what I'm strongly getting here as advice is to make a judgment call that best suits you, that puts you in your element and puts you in a place where you ultimately want to be, Gemini, okay? And that energy may be staying away from this immature energy here that's not able to level up and take you to the place where you feel like you want to be. Okay, so this is what I have for you, Gemini. I hope that this reading has helped you in some way. And if so, please be sure to share the video. Please comment, give a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, because every little bit helps my family. That's how it works on YouTube. And I appreciate your support so, so much. I hope to see you at your next reading. And please always remember to keep gratitude and love in your heart. Okay, thank you and God bless.